Hello, everyone. I welcome you all in this podcast. Today, in this podcast, we have with us YARASI Tusharika. Tusharika has secured 393 rank in UPSC 2025. So, first, I would like to congratulate Tusharika on her success. Tusharika, congratulations. We are so happy. The entire team is so happy. Personally, I am so happy because I have been mentoring you for last couple of years, I guess, in 2024 as
Yes.
well as in 2025. So, personally, it's a success for me also, right? Because I have been calling to each and every student who was associated with me for last 2 years because we have launched this senior program in 2024 itself. So there were few students from that batch also who unfortunately could not clear all the three stages in 24, but finally they are in the list in 2025. So I'm so happy for you. And since then I know you,
Yes.
right? So
Yes.
before we directly jump in onto your strategy, I just want to make sure you first give a very brief about your journey so far, Tusharika, like how you have started with UPSC preparation. What was that particular thought which has tricked you or which has motivated you to begin with this UPSC journey? Because we all know that this UPSC journey is something, which is very difficult to pursue. Everyone thinks about it. Everyone wants to become an IAS or IPS officer or civil servant, right? But to pursue this journey at the same time is very, very difficult. So, what has motivated you? From where did you get the learning, the motivation, the courage to start with this UPSC journey? And there must be, I'm sure, the difficult phases in the preparation as well, because you have given couple of mains and the interview also last year, right, in 2024.
Yes.
So there must
Yes.
be some phase in your life when we think, यार चलो छोड़ दो यार, preparation बहुत हो गया, mains दे दिए 2 बार, interviews दे दिए, but still if UPSC don't want us, let's look at the other option. Let's look at the option B, right? This phase comes in everyone's life because I have
Yes,
been
sir.
interacting with so many students who unfortunately could not make to the list even in 2025. तो अभी मैं उनसे बात कर रहा हूँ, बोल रहे हैं सर अब नहीं हो पाएगा, right? But this thing has not happened with you. I could clearly see that because every year, every time you wrote your answers, you was always motivated, right? So can you just walk us through your entire journey in very brief, please?
Sure, sir. Sir, the journey began after my graduation. So I wanted to become a civil servant from my childhood itself. So
Oh
the
wow, that's
motivation
good.
came from my parents, who used to tell me good stories that about the IAS officers and what good they are doing to the society, how they're helping people, sir.
Mm-hmm.
So I was that service oriented person from the childhood itself.
Okay.
So I've decided to not take the campus placement job that I have gotten after my graduation and come into civil services after my BTech, sir. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
it took me almost 5 years and four attempts to come till here, sir.
Mm-hmm.
I have failed at every stage in this examination. That is,
Oh.
in the first attempt, I failed in prelims. In
Uh-huh.
second attempt, I failed in mains.
Mm-hmm.
Third attempt, I failed in interview. And fourth attempt, I have reached reached till here where I could find my name in the holy PDF, as they say. So.
Yes, and I would not prefer the word failed. You know the reason why? Because for the very first time you failed in prelims, but next year you did not fail in prelims. So you learned something.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
In next year you failed in mains, but again in third year you did not fail in mains because you learned something, right?
Yes.
So I
Yes, sir.
think this failed word is very harsh when we use it,
Yes, sir. I
right?
agree, sir.
Because every time, every year you are learning something, and that is the most important part in this journey,
Yes,
Tusharika,
sir.
because
Yes.
we don't assess our performance, we don't assess where we lack. This is the biggest mistake we commit in this preparation, because जब तक हम लोग अपने आप को एनालाइज नहीं करेंगे, अपनी मिस्टेक्स को आइडेंटिफाई नहीं करेंगे, it will be very difficult to overcome those issues, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I
So so so
agree,
so
sir.
yeah, so that is the thing. So, one very important question. Can you take us back to the exact moment when you realized that, yes, actually, I can crack this exam? What happened that day? When did you realize it?
Uh, Sir, I think that I've realized is uh, in 2022, sir, when just after I completed my foundation course at Vajiram in
Uh-huh.
March, I have
Uh-huh.
attempted the prelims test in June, sir. And I
Okay.
could qualify the prelims that year. That is in 2022 June.
Okay. So
Then,
after on the same year you qualified this
yes, sir.
prelims?
Yes, sir.
Okay, that's
Yes, sir.
good. That's good.
Yeah. So that year I thought that there is something in me that I can crack crack this exam. But it took me more time after that as well to come till here. So.
Mm-hmm. Yes, yes. So, Tusharika, what are the mistakes usually the students commit in their initial phases of the preparation? For example, like you have cleared the prelims in the same year when your foundation got completed, right? But
Yes.
more than 90, 95, or even the figure can be much larger. They fail in the first year itself after completing their foundation classes, right? So,
Yes.
any specific suggestions you have for those? Because that is the year when everyone expect to clear the prelims at least. Because
Yes, sir.
after spending the entire year with the foundation classes, after spending so much of money, right? After investing so much of effort, the emotions in this exam,
Yes.
you failed in the prelims itself. So I think
Yes.
that moment is very devastating in everyone's life. So,
Yes.
do you have any specific advice for those students who are about to complete their foundation and going to appear for the prelims in 2026? Anything, any sort of advice which you think they should always keep it in mind and practice it on a regular basis?
So the one advice that I would give is to focus on static part more than current affairs part, sir. Because
Uh-huh.
because in previous year questions also, if we see, the the focus is more on static part, and only some questions every year come from the current affairs part, sir. Solely current affairs part, because static that appears in the prelims exam is also linked to the current affairs that is going on in the whole year.
Yes, yes,
So,
yes.
being very strong in the foundation subjects, mainly the polity, history, geography, and economics, is very important in my opinion, sir.
Uh-huh. Yes, absolutely. Very rightly said. Because foundation is something which will not only going to help you in the prelims, even in the mains,
Yes, sir.
right? Even in mains, suppose even if the question is from the current affair, you have to write the basics only.
Yes.
So if your foundations are weak, it will be very difficult to even qualify the mains. For right,
Yes, sir.
prelims is going to be tough anyway. But even for mains, it is very difficult, right?
Yes, sir. As
So
you used to point out also during mains answers, to concentrate on basics and write even the basic things, and uh, how to structure and present properly was very important in answer writing also, sir. You also used to
yes.
point out these things.
Yes, I still remember. I think not last year, this year, when you came with your first answer, I still remember I was a bit angry. Yeah,
Yes,
Tusharika, what
sir.
is this? Like you are doing the same mistake what you used to commit in 2024.
Yes, sir. I
And I gave you few suggestion. And the one of the most important suggestion was, I still remember, it was addressing the demand of the question. You was not able to pick up the
yes.
demand of the question,
Yes, sir.
right?
Yes.
And then I gave you the task. फिर मैंने आपको एक टास्क
Yes.
दिया कि आप डेली बेसिस पे यू डू द ब्रेनस्टॉर्मिंग.
Brainstorming, yes, sir. You sent that PYQ document also,
Yes.
and you told me to brainstorm at least 20 questions every day.
Yes. I'm not really sure whether you did it or not.
I did it, sir. I did it, sir.
You did it? That's great.
Yes.
So, yes. So, to almost my every students who are into whose name are there in the list, they almost everyone has followed the same thing, right?
Yes,
If
sir.
you are writing once in a week, 20 answers once in a week, good. But that doesn't mean other 6 days you should not write anything, right?
Yes,
Means
sir.
is not only about the writing. That is the area where most of the student goes wrong. उनको लगता है कि आंसर राइटिंग इज ओनली अबाउट द राइटिंग, राइट? But what I think, answer writing is more about thinking, logical thinking,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
right? And that is where I always wanted you guys to emphasize more on, because you have given means, you have reached the interview stage in your previous attempts. You all are veterans. I cannot teach you how to write. You have been writing from your childhood,
Yes,
right? You
sir.
have been
Yes, sir.
writing since childhood, but you need to focus more on thinking, right? So
Yes,
that
sir.
is the thing. So, as far as the mains is concerned, Tusharika, what was the major issues you have analyzed on your own before we met through this SureShot program? What was the major issues you have realized, or in fact, there are many students who do not able to even identify the mistakes, who are not able to find out where are the gaps in the answer writing. So, what are those areas, hidden areas in the mains answer writing, which most of the students either ignore or either unable to identify? What are those areas, according to you?
Uh, so the first area, as you have mentioned, is the demand of the question. Uh, I used to deviate from the demand of the question in some questions and write whatever I know. So that was one of the mistake that I was doing. The second mistake that I was doing is not concentrating much on intros and conclusions.
Okay,
That also was pointed out by you during our interactions in 2024 attempt as well. So
right.
the third mistake that I was doing is not understanding the context of the question, why that question is being asked today,
Yes.
and um, addressing that in the introduction itself.
Yes. Why question is asked. That is like in
Yes,
almost
sir.
almost in almost every video. I always say you should ask why this question is asked. You just need to prove it in the introduction,
Yes, sir.
right?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So yes, these are the common mistakes, because whenever we read the question, we usually what we do, we dump the information, we dump the notes, the content from notes to in from we pick up the content from the notes and we dump it in the answers, irrespective of what is the intent of the examiner behind this question, right?
Yes, sir.
What is the core demand in the question? So हमको जो भी आता है, जो भी हम लोगों ने पढ़ा होता है, we just try to dump that, and we try to convince the examiner, okay, whatever you ask in the question, this is the content I have, and you should think how to fit it into the answer, right? It
Yes.
is up to you to make to find out the relevance of my content with the demand of the question,
Yes, sir.
right? So yes, that is what I think you have learned, and yes, the brainstorming session has definitely has helped you a lot, because
Yes, sir.
when
Yes.
when I am comparing your answer sheets with the answers which you have wrote in 2024 and the last answers 2025 में जो आपने लिखे थे, I think the geography test we have discussed, the
Yes,
last
sir.
paper, I think the geography test,
Yes, sir.
right?
Yes, sir. Geography and also polity test we have discussed.
Yes, yes, and there was no map, no diagrams, I still remember.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Right, I got angry why you are not making diagrams in the geography, because in geography diagram is the content, it's not a value addition. So if there is no diagram, you will lose the marks, right? Other subjects
So,
में value addition
also,
होता
you
है.
used to point out that in geography answers, there can be two diagrams. One is the distribution diagram, mainly in the
Yes,
minerals part.
yes,
And the second one can be the phenomenon itself, explaining the
yes,
phenomenon like tsunamis. This year we
yes,
had the tsunamis question.
yes.
So you used to
Have you
tell
used
me,
that in the answers?
yes, sir, I have used it, sir.
That's good. Yes, you used to explain there are two kind of diagrams. One is the map for distribution based question, and
Yes.
diagrams for phenomena or process based question,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
right? Sometimes questions can be both, right? Like
Yes,
the
sir.
phenomena process of tsunamis, and discuss their distribution across the globe, right? So in
Yes,
that
sir.
case, both the diagrams will be included. Yes. So this is the important thing, which I always, discuss with the students, like I discuss with you. right?
Yes.
So, and what about essay, Tusharika? How did you perform in the essays over the last attempt?
Sir, in 2022, I got only 98 in essay. So I
Hmm.
have worked on it in 2024 attempt, and I've gotten 110, sir, in
Okay.
2024. This year
24,
I have
110 is a good. 24
yes,
May
sir.
110 is very good score,
Yes, sir.
right?
Yes, sir.
Because people, there are so many students who could not even cross the 90 marks,
Yes, sir.
right?
Mhm.
So, is there any specific flow or the strategy you follow for the essays?
Uh, Sir, in 2024, I changed my approach a little bit, sir. Um,
Hmm.
where in essay, one in one essay, I used to write using examples. More examples I used to write in one essay, sir.
Okay.
Second essay, I used to be writing it in philosophical manner, like asking questions, answering them, and maintaining the flow, sir. So
Okay,
I used to
understood.
show two different writing styles in one essay paper.
Okay, 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 fine. Yes, even I recommend the same to almost most of the students who do not like who were not able to score good in the essay. Ki first essay you should be more, try to be more philosophical in the nature. Try to be more narrative rather, right? I
Yes,
call
sir.
them narrative in the nature, and try to give more time. Spend more time in the first essay itself, and in the second essay you should use more examples, right? More dimensions, right? And because it will take even less time to generate the argument, right? Philosophical argument takes time.
Yes.
So that is the reasons. But if you are going to use more narrative language, if you know how to generate the argument, philosophical argument, then definitely that strategy will help you to score good marks in the essay, right? The strategy,
Yes.
the same strategy you have been following.
Yes, sir.
So the last question, Tusharika, any strategy you would like to share for those who are going to appear for the prelims 2026, and most importantly for those students who will be writing the mains in 2026 after the prelims? What exact specific strategy would you suggest, would you recommend to someone who are going to clear the prelims for next 3 months, or whatever the number of days we have, the UPSC has given to start with the for the mains? So first prelims and then mains. So for prelims ke liye, what would you suggest? More number of tests or more analysis of the PYQs?
Sir, I would surely go with the more analysis part of the PYQs, sir.
Okay.
Though tests are needed, mock tests are needed, but PYQs are very important to understand how the examiner is thinking, and how in which areas we need to focus for the prelims, sir. And one more suggestion I would give is to not run behind many sources for current affairs.
Mm-hmm.
Stick with one source for current affairs
Yes.
and then concentrate on static part more, sir.
Yes.
One more thing that has helped me is to attempt sectional tests for subject specific sectional tests. Like
Very good.
polity, you need to attempt two sectional tests at least to
Yes.
complete the syllabus properly and to identify any lacunae that you have in polity itself.
Yes. Yes.
So and so on
Because
for the other subjects also. So
because if you are attempting two tests of the same polity, how many questions you are attempting? 200 questions.
yes, sir.
Means 200 explanations you are reading, right?
Yes, sir.
So it gives lot of information. So if this is advice for all the students, if you are using, if you are solving any test series, right, don't judge your preparation based on the score, right? That is not the sole, that should not be the sole criteria. I'm not saying you should not consider it at all. भाई अगर आप 40 नंबर स्कोर कर रहे हो, then you have to think, right? But you should focus more on the explanation of the model, the questions, I think, because those
Yes, sir.
explanations are very, very good, right? So yes, and analysis of the previous year's questions. That is very, very extremely important, because analysis of the PYQ teaches us it teaches us the mindset of the examiner, why this question is framed, from which area it is framed, how the statement has been tweaked. So all these
Yes.
patterns we can definitely identify. So what
Yes.
about the mains, Tusharika? If you see, are you going to attempt in 2026? That is my next question first.
Sir, I think I'll attempt this year itself.
Okay, what would be
Yes.
your strategy? What would be your strategy?
So for mains, I think my strategy would be to brainstorm more number of questions. But if somebody is writing mains for the first time, I would suggest them to do answer writing on a daily basis also, sir. Not just
Yes.
attempting the tests weekly, but
But on
daily
a daily
answer
basis.
writing will help. Yes, sir.
Yes. 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 And your strategy will be for the brainstorming, right?
Yes, sir. My strategy would be brainstorming. Whoever would have written mains previously, I would suggest them to concentrate more on brainstorming.
That is, we are already doing, Tusharika.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Because you are, have you seen that the new batch we have launched, the Super 50 batch, right? In
Okay,
that,
sir.
program, we have already conducted approximately 70 brainstorming sessions. 70
Oh, okay,
for
sir.
all the
Very
subjects. For all the subjects.
okay, sir.
Last year in senior batch, I have conducted the brainstorming session for ethics and for essays,
Yes, sir.
right? But this
Yes,
year now
sir.
that is a core. Now this year that is a core part of this program. The brainstorming,
Okay.
only brainstorming sessions, and after that you have a weekly full length test. So
Yes,
most of
sir.
the students now they know from which area the UPSC has asked the question, how to think about the template, the framework. So now that
Yes.
has been the core part. After the prelims, what we are planning, we will brainstorm the topics which are evolving in the nature.
Okay, sir. Yes, sir.
For example, there is one topic, anti-defection law, right? So we have already brainstormed this entire topic. Ki what kind of questions UPSC has asked, what is the framework template you can use. But for example, tomorrow any changes comes under the 10th schedule. The UPSC will not ask the question from the static part. It will ask from the changes because this topic is evolving. So that evolving topics needs to be brainstormed further, right? So
Yes,
that is
sir.
what we are planning for seniors batches after the prelims, which we are going to start. Definitely, I'll see you there because, and I will make sure you improve the rank this time. But I'm happy even with this rank, Tusharika, to be very frank. Okay.
Thank you.
I'm
Sir,
very
I would
frank.
like to thank Vajiram also, sir, because from the start of my preparation, I have been associated with Vajiram.
Yes.
Foundation course. After that, I have taken essay enrichment course, current affairs course, and sure shot mains 2024, and
Yes.
then rankers program also, sir,
Yes,
2025.
thank you so much. Thank you so much for gratitude, Sharika. And we would be glad to be with you in for the next attempt also.
Yes,
And from our side, from the entire team of the SureShot, you know we will do anything, right? You can
yes, sir.
always approach. First, you enjoy your
Sure, sir.
days with your family, with your relative. And after that, when you start with the preparation again, feel free to reach us. Okay.
Okay, sir. Sure,
Uh,
sir.
we will sit again with the copies. Now we have got so many copies, more than 100 copies so far. I have asked the team to download because I think more than 100 students have been recommended by the UPSC in the finalist, and they are all are from the SureShot only. So now we have
Mm.
huge number of copies. All the copies are also being uploaded on the portal, right? So
Okay, sir.
you can just go through. There are a hell lot of copies you will find this time
Mm.
on our platform. So whatever you think you can pick up from those good copies, ample opportunities are there,
Yes,
right?
sir.
But anyway, we will be sitting together. Don't worry
Yes,
about
sir.
it. We will focus on the core areas from where you can fetch the maximum marks, right?
Mm.
So I think this is all, Tusharika, and thank you
Yes,
so
sir.
much for this podcast. And we will connect with you soon in one-to-one session. Thank you so much. Enjoy your
Thank,
day.
thank
Congratulations
you
again.
also, sir. Thank you for
Thank you,
your
sir.
support and guidance throughout the mains and interviews program also, sir. Thank you, sir.
You're welcome, Tusharika. We are always there. See you soon. Bye.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Bye, sir.
Thank you.